still beat the game and win.
Yeah, you still beat the game and win, but like what you win is basically just like what the protagonist wants. You don't really get anything out of it except for like the gratification of, oh yeah, I beat the game.
But you still win. The game rewards you for going around and killing everything.
Committing genocide?
Yeah, it's not
perfect.
The commentary definitely does
Perfect
not go through with it enough.
It doesn't make it not art.
I think it's not, like, there's nothing to art has to really distinguish itself.
To be fair,
it's a really good game. It's super good, and it
now,
definitely
here's
distinguishes itself in terms of games in
I think
general.
we're never going to agree. Art is entirely subjective.
Yeah,
art
but
does
like,
not necessarily mean the same thing to some person as it does to another.
But you're basically just saying that, like, this is a really good game. If you just define really good games as art.
I wouldn't say GTA 5 is art. I wouldn't say Skyrim is necessarily art.
Skyrim is definitely not art.
I say they're good games, they're not art. Shadow of the Colossus is a good game, and I still define it as art because of what it does.
Look at that, just going.
Yeah, I'm waiting for these fuckers to come on. Oh my god, you fuckers.
Hey, don't.
Move!
I'm just gonna go.
What are you doing? What the fuck? Move! What the fuck? That was bullshit. Also, saying art is entirely subjective is basically just a way to defend. Saying it's like art's entirely subjective, therefore, you know,
okay,
there's no argument to be had here.
Alright, then let me rectify that statement then. Art is partially subjective. It's in the eye of the beholder. There are some things we can universally agree upon as, oh yeah, this is what you would find in art.
That's true.
At the end of the day, it has to be it has to be opinion based. Like, would somebody else define this necessarily as art when it comes to like things like video games, in which like opinions vary so widely on the matter that it's like hard to like get a full description. People universally would agree like, yeah, the Mona Lisa is art. Because in our culture, we just like look at the Mona Lisa as like one of the pinnacles of that form that medium, art, painting, and stuff like that. Same things with like the Sistine Chapel. Oh yeah, people would go, that's art because it's beautiful, it's a visual medium. That means like in that way you can say like, oh yeah, some parts of the video game are undeniably art. The visual style of Okami is art because of like how beautiful it is, how graphic it can be to some people. And the same thing could be said of like Shadow of the Colossus, just like the sheer spectacle you get from like playing the game itself.
Yeah, I never denied that.
Some of that's art. What you define as like you're defining
but
art.
But it's the whole game art.
You're basically defining is the entire game worthy of being called art.
I'm defining like a difference between basically art and high art. Art that just basically affects the difference between art and high art is like Shadow of the Colossus, like Undertale. You should really play the game. Doesn't matter like who you are or what you do. You should really play Undertale.
Because
you should really play something. You should also really play something like Spec Ops: The Line. You should really play Red Dead Redemption because they're all commentaries on society and who we are as a society and basically our goals as one.
You think they're caught up on something? Get over here.
Yeah, no, I just called them. But like,
okay.
Basically the difference is Shadow of the Colossus or Okami is that I don't think that if you're not a gamer, you would enjoy Shadow of the Colossus. I don't think the Shadow of the Colossus is something that has to be experienced.
It's more of a collective thing,
but it's
even if you're not a gamer, you enjoy it.
It's also also, like, I don't know, because it's again, it's the difference between like this is art as a game, or this is a really good game, and this is art as just like, art. Because you can't deny that there is a difference between art and art.
The problem here is like not so much like subjective view, it's much more so like an opinion basically on what art itself like would be defined as.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I can't define it, but I know when I see it, and I know certain aspects. Like I said, I know art is, at least in part, a commentary on society. It makes you question society and its views, or it makes you question your position in relation to society.
Not all art necessarily does that, though.
I'm saying like all lasting art throughout history, yes, it does. Important art through history. That is basically what art does. Art, and the reason why that's so important, the reason why art history works so well is because when you look at art like that, when you look at a piece of art, you can tell 500 years after the fact, you can look at art and say, and learn a lot about the kind of society that it was at the time. Playing Spec Ops The Line, even if you knew nothing about American society, if 200 years later, we could play Spec Ops The Line and learn all about American society at the time. We could learn all about, like, the rampant racism going on at the time, with the shooting of the brown people, and
not
just
necessarily
looking at
all
the
about our
commentary
society,
that
but
they make.
basically about what like our culture like consists of, basically. And it's like what were like the hot points at that time.
Yeah, you learn a lot just based off the game. Red Dead Redemption, you
Okay,
kind of
so-
learn a lot about, you know,
All right, so I've got a question
the
for you guys.
culture and
I
like
got a question
what
for
we
both of
viewed
you.
as important. Okay, like.
Would you consider Rainbow Six 2 Vegas art?
It's a generic.
It's a
tactical
good
shooter.
game. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a good game.
It's
Yeah, no, it's there.
it exists.
It's not art. Same way Alpha. It's not art. It's not art. There's probably somebody who would go like, no, Rainbow Six Vegas is totally art. The entire series is amazing.
And I wouldn't dispute that the entire series
Jesus
is probably
Christ.
amazing.
Yes, firebomb.
Oh god, you're using chemical weapons. That's not good.
That's
I love how we
That's
Yeah.
not cute. That's against the UN, right?
It's against you. Hold, you need to arrest your like partner like right now. Because holy shit.
It's just a firebomb.
Oh look, it's the monorail.
Oh yeah, let's go blow this shit up.
You're not allowed to
Ow.
do that, United States soldiers.
We're not U.S. soldiers. We're Rainbow Six.
Damn it, will you die? You will die. You're slightly more, but really, the thing about art is that it's postmodernism. In postmodernism, anything and everything can be art. Well, because postmodernism, like people are like, oh, go to a modern art museum. It's like it's just a square on the wall. I don't get it. Well, that's it. It's like yeah, you don't get it.
There's a difference there.
It's like it looks
That's
like.
like being presumptuous kind of. That's kind of like being like kind of, you know.
No, but when you're just like, this isn't art because you don't think it's art, and you
Well,
don't
yeah,
know
that's
nothing
their
to
opinion.
understand because to understand postmodern art, you really do need to know a lot about art history. You need to understand postmodern art is the logical conclusion of like the last 200 years of artistic history. Ever since Impressionism, well, that's being really deterministic, but like, to simplify it way too much and just say like, take art history classes, but take upper level art history classes, because art history is basically your core classes are always bullshit. But to really simplify it, postmodernism makes it. God damn it! Who the fuck was she even shooting me? Postmodernism just makes a lot of sense as the logical conclusion of Impressionism. Basically, 'cause you have your art, you have painting, you have more styles of perspective and representation, and making art realistic and saying something with it. That's realism. And then the camera came out. And yet again, it's really simplifying to say that like, oh, the camera came out and then people stopped drawing because it's pointless. But basically when the camera comes out, a lot of artists got the feeling that it's like, why would I try and make things realistic when I could go out and take a photo? And so that's Impressionism. You stop looking at the physical form of something and you instead look at like the impression. How does this make me feel? Is this really like, you know, is this really the same thing every single time I draw it? So it's like Breaking Bad. Why would you draw the same door every day? Because it's not the same door every day. Because the world, at the very least, the world is built through your perception of things.
Right.
So that door is you're going to have a different opinion of that door based on your emotional state and like everything else going on. And so then you get like post-impressionism, cubism, skipping a shit of a lot of art history, but what is that with postmodern art? It basically becomes, you just really do need to know a lot about art history to really get postmodern art. So I can totally understand why you would look at like a square on a wall and be like, that's not fucking art.
But it totally is.
It is. It is making a statement. You know, a lot of postmodern art is literally just like, fuck you, it is. Why isn't it not? Why is this not art? It's like, well, turns out you need to know a lot to dispute that.
Oh,
You know, this entire thing
Hey.
should be a part of it.
it's me.
You know, we got like 15, 20 minutes that is basically, like, yeah, about 15 minutes, I was thinking 10, 15 minutes. That is just us talking about video games and art that belongs in an extra credits episode. And then you just, like, ends abruptly with opening door, hey, what's up, throws a grenade.
At B. On accident.
It's fucking
I pressed
incredible.
B. I pressed B on accident. I was like,
This is what dreams are made of.
Were you trying to melee me?
No, I was trying to get out of snake camp. I was using snake camp at the time.
Now when I opened the door, she
Yeah.
quit.
Yeah.
Angle spotting. I think they're spotted, not spotting.
Spotted.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's just-
Ah.
The people are like, it's so pretentious when you say you don't get art. You're the one denying that it's art. You're the fucking pretentious one here, really. To be honest. Like, it's in an art museum. Trust me. A lot of work and thought was put into it. Like, art museums don't just host random shit.
I call it bold and brash. More like belongs in the trash.
Like, Dottism. Dottism's great. Especially, like, Dottist humor.
You guys are learning.
Damn it.
Everybody watching this is learning a lot about James' views on art.
But yeah, no shit, Earl.
Yeah, no, I was just saying.
Yeah, and your views on art?
My views on art are very similar to yours, but at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, I have a differing opinion on some things. Like, I'm gonna say yes, postmodernism is like a higher form of art, and that like you need like you need at least a basic understanding of art history and certain like aspects of art as we understand it and like how it fits into our culture in order to understand in like our current culture in order to understand, oh yeah, postmodernism is this.
Mobilism. I don't know. It's just. The problem is that most people have this idea of art as like basically paintings and sculptures. It's like, yes, but also this.
Right.
And the thing about art is that like modern art movements are less about. Oh god damn it! What the fuck?
Where are you?
Dead.
Well, I know
Just
that.
open the door and like two people who like walk in with fucking machine guns.
Were you over there? Like where I'm
I don't know where I was.
I think these terrorists disagree with your views on art.
Oh, that's not good.
They're like, I don't understand it. It's
Oh,
not art.
where?
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
Oh, it's in there. Oh shit! There's a grenade right there.
That didn't hit me.
Oh, okay. How'd you die? Shit, Lord. I'm gonna look at this way.
Yeah,
Look
look at the other way.
back. Okay, cool.
Alright, so, room cleared.
Check and we're reached.
Doing well.
Yeah, except for all the death.
Yeah, that's true.
Doing well, except for all those times we died. Look at Sans. Hey, you made it all the way here, and you haven't even died once. Right? Why are you looking at me that way? Shut the fuck up, Sans. You don't even know. Or does he?
That probably knows.
No, he definitely knows.
Let's stop talking. We're spoiling Undertale.
If you haven't played it by now, it's your own fault. 'Cause literally, like, everyone who's played Undertale has told like 30,000 people to go play Undertale. Hold and buy and play Undertale. $10. Pirate it! Undertale is one of those games I would say, like, you definitely shouldn't pirate it, but, like, to experience it, if you can't afford it, you definitely should.
If you can't afford to pay $10, you cheap fuck. Go
And
buy
then
it.
definitely buy it when you have the money. Like,
Yeah, go
what
buy
I'm
it.
saying is, like, as the experience itself, it has to be experienced. That's like cave stories in art. Cave stories are wonderful. Fucking love me some cave story. I don't. But like,
Wait, you said cave story. Is it art or is art?
is not. It doesn't have any kind of commentary. It's just it's a really good game. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. God damn it! Did I really not shoot him through the visor once? Run! Hide!
Cave story has its own little commentary, basically. A subjugation of a peoples used to achieve a means to an end.
That's
Or it uses it, like, the subjugation of peoples. They're used to achieve. They're used as a means to an end, basically.
that's really generic, though.
I know, but it's still a sort of like social commentary, and your character is detached from
Well,
it.
it's social commentary in the way that literally everything is a form of social commentary.
Like the whole thing in Cave Story is there's a point where it can just be like, yeah, you can quit and
God
leave,
damn it.
and you can quit and leave everybody to like die, and you're just like, no, game over, that's it.